Good morning to the members of the board. Thank you for listening to my presentation on community risk reduction. Here in DeKalb, we pride ourselves on being a premier fire department, and community risk reduction is at the forefront of any premier fire rescue service. What brings us here is that over the past 3 years, DeKalb County has seen an increase in residential fire fatalities. These numbers have risen to triple the average amount from 2019 of 4 fatalities. 2020, we had 3 fatalities. In 2021, we had 13 fatalities. And one reason for the spike, as you can see, in December 15 of 2021, we had a tragic house fire that had a total of 10 fatalities in that household. One of the things that was highlighted was that there were not working smoke detectors within the home. Now, with that being stated, DeKalb County does have a program that provides smoke alarms during smoke alarm blitzes, and anybody that comes to the stations are provided one. But with this community risk reduction initiative that's trying to be implemented, what will happen is we will identify demographics that are most at risk and try to get smoke detectors into those homes pre-incident. Now, looking at that, we identified 2 demographics as having elevated risk. Those groups are residents with members that have one or more disability and homes in which English is not the premier language spoken. Currently, community risk reduction plan is in development to identify and target demographic and residents and provide them with education. We're going to provide them with a 10-year lithium battery powered smoke alarm, and then residents that we identify with gas fueled appliances, we're going to provide them with a combination smoke/carbon monoxide alarm to give them an additional layer of protection. Now, with that being stated, I'm gonna give you a couple of key findings on smoke alarms. Smoke alarms were present in approximately 75% of reported house fires. With that being 75%, if you move down 3 out of every 5, or 41% of deaths occur in properties without a smoke alarm. 16% of deaths occur in structures with smoke alarms, but those smoke alarms fail to operate. The death rate is 55% lower in homes that have a working smoke alarm versus those that do not. Now, how do we come to identifying? Let's give you a few numbers on the demographics that we have in DeKalb County. Currently, we have a population of 718,000. The population breakdown of DeKalb is 36% identify as being white, 54.6% identify as Black or African American, 0.5% American/Alaskan Native, 6.5% is Asian, and then 0.1% Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander. 2 or more races is 2.3%, 8.6% identify Hispanic or Latino, and then 29.5% identify as white, non-Hispanic or Latino. Now, their population, we have 271,809,000 households. That breakdown of that is a total of 267,396,000 housing units. Of that, it breaks down 174,342 will be single-family dwellings. 271,809 multifamily dwelling units. Out of those, we're going to primarily focus on the 147,342 single-family dwellings because we already have ordinances in place to take care of the multifamily dwellings. Now, when we get down to the bottom line, funding of this program will require DeKalb County to purchase approximately 460,000 smoke alarms to cover the identified demographic percentage of the 174,342 single-family dwellings that have been identified. This purchase will be divided into two categories of alarms. You have smoke alarms, and then we'll have combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. Further evaluation will be needed to determine more accurate count for the individual breakdown. These alarms have a listed price of $29.97 per smoke alarm and $49.97 per combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. The effectiveness of this program will be tracked over the 10-year span of the smoke alarms, and progress will be evaluated on a yearly basis to ensure a minimum of 80% of the participants have a working smoke alarm by year 3 of this program. 80% on benchmark, you would say, why not 100? Well, it's going to take into account that approximately 20% of the residents probably would not want to be a part of the program. With being a part of the program, they would be required to provide certain demographic information such as a name, address, and then a sign of release of liability. I thank you for your time, and I hope this is an initiative that you can get behind.